earlier, the better. So, how many ideas do we have for the idea pitches already? Please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have a competition. 4. Awesome. If there will be more, you can always join later on. Let's limit it to 7, say. But okay, the first idea will have, like, all the ideas will have 2 minutes. Ines will take time. And the stage is yours when you're ready. You're the first one. Let's say you're the first one.
All right, so let's hope the first cut is the deepest. Do I get start? All right. I was invited to this special educational organization. It's called Pelchi, and there are kids with special disabilities, mostly mental disabilities, but usually those mental disabilities come also with all kinds of physical disabilities. Some of the kids are in the wheelchair, some of the kids have tough time seeing things, and so on. So they approached me and they said, well, can you enable somehow for these kids to use computers? Because today you gotta have computer access, internet access and all that. So long story short, we came down to the idea of making a universal keyboard, but since some people can use hands, for some people hands are trembling, for some they can do this, but for some they cannot, for some they can do this. So there are all kinds of diverse challenges for those kids and also for adults. So the idea is to make a keyboard out of buttons, and the buttons might be about this big, let's say 2 by 2 inches or so, and it could also be modular. So those buttons can be laid out over the table, and we had some tests already with some kids, and they said, oh, this is awesome. There's this one girl who has tough time seeing things. They can be arranged as a ball, and so on. Right. So from there, we can also jump to not to only people with disabilities, but also you can use this button anywhere. You can use the button as a light switch. You can use an array of buttons for musical mixing or playing or whatnot. So basically the idea is modular, customizable button from the very basic push it to an array of buttons to buttons with a screen behind them. How do we make money? Well, they gotta cost something and people gotta pay for them something. Thank you. Any questions? Yeah.
What about competitions with voice input? Input by voice.
So let's say there's a party and you want to turn the lights on or off. Is the system going to hear you? It's a challenge. Also, I started with disabled or with people with disabilities. For them, voice is not always the best way to control things as well. They stutter, they have all other problems. And finally, people like touching things, don't you think? So, click, 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 click. Feels good.
I have a comment. I think there is some similar button which you can program to fulfill the function that you need it to fulfill. It can be, let's say, switch off the lights or any other function. Have you researched it already?
Sure, and the easiest button is your cell phone. You know, you can push it and do it all kinds of things. It's kind of expensive though. There are also products where you have a single button, buzzer or switch on lights or whatever. That's also nice. But what I'm talking about is a modular system where each button is wirelessly or somehow other connected to other buttons and also to the host or a plethora of hosts that they are controlling. For example, you have a button that is turning on and off lights, but you also can have a system in the background that's also turning on and off lights wirelessly, for example. Of course, there are solutions like that. So My solution is holistic approach with multiple model buttons.
Okay, so how should we call this idea? Holistic button, or give a name?
Holy buttons.
Holy buttons. Holy buttons. There's more question? Okay.
So what's your target audience then? Firstly, the disabled people or the all kind of people in the world? Where do you gonna target it first?
Well, obviously we have started with disabled people and we are making prototypes there already. So this is the start. But eventually, as we go on, we see so many applications so that if we put it out, we'll see who's the next.
Okay, great. More questions? No. Let's give a big round of applause for Holy Buttons. Who's going to pitch next? Okay, 2 minutes.
Okay, there's a problem. Most of us are connected to the social networks. We have planners, calendars, and on a daily basis we are receiving event reminders or anniversaries that your friends has birthdays or name days and so on, so on. And what we usually do, we just skipping and ignoring. At least, okay, I'm talking about me, but I believe that most of these notifications from Facebook are just ignored. And I think there's a huge potential because most of greetings are standardized, and we have a lot of free content available. And I would propose to use or to develop an assistant, a smart assistant, which combines your friend's name with some interests captured from his profile and connected to some free available image, and just to generate some nice card. And when you receive in the morning a reminder of your best friend that he has a birthday, you just choose pre-generated images and send one of them to your friend as a greeting card. Where's the money? We can on this same engine we can develop paid services, and those contain a really nice editorial pictures which can cost some money, and also we can connect to some affiliate e-content providers like e-books, maybe songs and similar, and just pay some bucks and send a present together with yeah, congratulations. That's it.
Questions?
Can I download it now?
In a few days, probably, yes.
Okay, more questions. I'm sure you have some. Let me think. I must have a question for you. So, like in short, like how should I call this idea?
It's called Super Trooper Assistant, STA.
Super Trooper Assistant. So it's let me understand it correctly again. It helps me remember the birthdays, even if I like push it off. No, totally wrong.
No. It does all the job during the midnight and prepares a present or options of presents for your friends and reminders you have in the morning.
Do you have you thought about the fact that the assistant will generate equal presents for one person from different people? So on my birthday, I will receive 10 equal.
Yeah, I know. And really good point, and that's an advantage of the system, because as it is centralized, it goes through the central service. It knows that one picture which is sent by one friend you have received, and it's not populated for other friends as an option. So, and the same about books or songs or whatsoever. Most of them are using one service, and the service knows what you have already received as a birthday gift or whatever gift.
So you are going to collaborate with something like a group on Cherry Elve, something like that, or how is it gonna look?
You mean about affiliates? Yeah, and that's a great option. Let's say, for example, for well-known Faster, or they have already enough information, like what books you have bought, and they can suggest that when you have a birthday, that Alice has already this kind of books, and she's interested in that kind of books, and can offer or suggest a really great present. You still don't have, but you would like to.
So there's wish list at Amazon already. Why can't I use just that?
The problem this app solves that we are too busy or too lazy to look up on a Amazon list. However, it can be reused as affiliate. So I use this app, and one of the options that Amazon suggests, for instance, for you to and captures information from a wish list you would like to have.
Great, I like it. So it was called Super Trooper Assistant. Awesome. Give it a big round of applause. Thank you. Okay, next you have an idea. Please prepare other ideas as well.
Yes. Hello. So, there's someone dying. What we are doing? We are taking video of it. Someone is being hit by Orlas. We are taking video of it. Oh, house is burning. We are taking video of it. And we can make the world a better place to live. We can't change the things that we are doing and taking video of everything. Someone is dying. Oh, great. I'll share it on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. But we can make it better. We can manage these people. So instead of having this normal software where I take videos, I take video with special software, which is integrated with servers where video is live streamed. And I also can turn on if it's some emergency case, like with one button, police, emergency like fire or ambulance, together with my GPS. So I offer it for municipality. For example, here in Riga, I see that some Urlas are beating someone. And instead of calling, I'm somewhere here, I can't say where exactly, and someone is attacking someone, and you should come quickly, I don't know where I am. But together with this video, I'm recording what's happening. It's directly going to server. It can't be deleted. Sorry, it's live stream. And also in police channel, I turn on, it's a police case. So you have to see what's happening right here together with location. Business model, let's sell it to municipality. Do we want to use it? Yes, I have been in situation quite months ago with attack by some Urlas. So I had a possibility to be a car when they wanted to get me out and to beat me hardly. I could film it, and if it went to police would arrive half a minute before, as I did. So that would be a really great tool in many cases, and probably it could save and make a world better place to live. Thank you. Questions? Any ideas how to realize it? One thing, how do you manage? It's the same. How do you manage stream on Facebook, stream on Twitter, on these things? But what we manage person attitude, because what happens, I take movie anyway because I want to share to someone that I want to show. What did I see? Wow, it was so amazing, he was beating one. But in this case, together with recording, I can turn on that this is a special case, I want to inform police. They see my, for example, my phone number, and in this case, I want them to see it. So it's live streamed. If someone comes to me and tries to take my phone, it's together, it's already streamed to server. So it can't be deleted because it's already gone immediately.
How the police will deal with old people that will film everything and send?
Situation with your attitude, what are you filming? Well, in this police department you can also turn on some ratings for someone. So old story, old fairy tale that wolf is coming and eating sheep, wolf is coming eating sheep, and everybody running knows there's no wolf. So if you have a rating of 1 star of 5 and there are coming 100 videos in it, it's like surveillance cameras that you don't notice everything. But if you're a new user or if you have proof that you are filming something important, then you already have multiple star rating and it's immediately like a most important video in this location.
I have a question. Like when you call in to the police, they usually have a chance to ask you questions and like specify some pieces of information that they're interested in. Like, how would you solve this problem?
Yes, it's like police want to ask these questions, but now compare the situation with surveillance cameras here in Old City. You can't ask any additional information for surveillance camera in this moment. You can see what's happening, and regularly in news portals you see that, oh, police came really quickly because there were surveillance cameras on streets in Riga. So in that moment, it's some kind of mobile surveillance camera which is turned on the moment when something really important happens, by my opinion. Of course, they can later call me, probably we can like set my phone number, he can call me, why did you send it to us, was there something we would like to meet you, and that's why probably I'm ready to meet. Yes, it's like an option, but it's better than getting nothing.
Okay.
What is the difference for municipality to pay for your app and then hire more people to watch the videos which are sent in instead of just adding more cameras on the streets? So how would you cope with that one?
Well, with cameras, at first thing, you can't place cameras everywhere. It's like physical policemen, you can't place them everywhere. At second, on the moment when I turn it on, it's not like my phone standing somewhere at the window and all the time filming and adding it as a camera. I turn it on and I warn that there is something important. And if you can imagine these policemen that are sitting here in Riga, they see all these cameras all the time. They can notice something if something really happens, but it's like a lot of information. But this information which will come from app, most often it will have important information. So, well, yes, it's like low rating ladies, but it's like every plus has its minuses, so it is. We anyway film, so in such case we can protect ourselves that if someone take our phone, it's already somewhere gone, and we can inform faster, not like, no, I won't call, I want to film till the end, I want to see how he is, for example, dying, and after that I will call some ambulance because something's happening. Yes?
So as mentioned before, I think the sheer volume of videos is going to kill you. But I have a solution for you. So you do some lightweight video processing, and that's where you need to invest. And the other suggestion is the name for your project. Why don't you call it The Big Brother is Watching?
Thank you for the name. Let's call it The Big Brother is Watching. And regarding videos, I'm working on a project with videos. I don't think it will kill, especially if you know that if you turn it on, it goes directly to some sorting and understanding, are they important, are they not important? Well, it's like in first month, if you see that it's really not important, your rating goes down and that's it. So I don't think that people will use it like every day, and I will film, for example, how Varis is playing with his phone right now. I won't send it to police. It's not like the purpose of it. What? Can I save it to YouTube? Why not? I think all these things are manageable, so it's not like against main idea to make a better world. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The big brother is watching. Who is next? Was there a hand over there? Jonathan? Anyone else thinking on pitching? Please raise your hand. One? Okay, one more.
That's all right. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Jonathan. I'm the co-founder of AirD&D. This is my co-founder, my partner. AirD&D is beer or microphone. Is the microphone working, or am I just holding it? It's actually making a difference. Okay, good. AirD&D, you know all about Airbnb, right? It's revolutionized the hotel industry, the hospitality industry, hotel chains going out of business, blah, blah, blah. $47 trillion transacted a day over Airbnb. Big revolution. But what about the dog? When you go away, what happens to the dog? So AirD&D is, I'm proposing it as a joint venture with Airbnb, which is for dog owners, when they go away, a software will tell them who in their neighborhood is also a dog owner, and if their dog can stay with them for a week. Now, here are the two major innovations. The first is a compatibility service, where you take a little video of your dog going, and you show it on the system to the potential people who are going to look after your dog. And if their dog goes, then you know, well, no, that's a bad match. So you have to, and then if their dog goes, then you know it's going to be good, and they're going to get on well. Secondly, this campaign is going to be fronted by him, by the dog. So you've heard of B2B, B2C, C2C, P2P. This is dog to dog. This is D to D. It's the world's first dog to dog social networking campaign for dog hospitality. And hopefully a joint venture with Airbnb. So that's AirD&D. I'm Jonathan. This is my partner Armani, the CMO and head of investor relations and head of quality control. So thank you very much indeed. Any questions?
What's the minimum viable product?
One. One dog.
One dog.
Commercially, you mean? Yeah. Okay, so we're looking. Basically, I'm looking for about 100,000 euros, or 700,000 dog euros, but 100,000 human euros, and that's for first-class flights to go and see the Airbnb people because they have to be impressed. Yeah. And with them, hopefully, the scalability, we'll get a lot of volume. Oh, I see. So for a premium, you can have exclusivity. Yeah, it's not a dorm. It's not like a hostel. I mean, you can have the cheap version for nasty, horrible little dogs, the little horrible, smelly chihuahuas, and yap yap yap. So you can have a cheap version for them. It depends on the owner, really. I mean, you can't buy class, So yeah. Anything else? No, it's all about money. It's all about money, and of course we can sell various types of dog food products because you can nominate what your favourite type of dog food is. Cross-selling, absolutely, and they'll deliver that dog food if it's not the host owner's favourite food, all that kind of stuff. The possibilities are endless, really. Dog owners. And their friends. Yeah. Yeah. And dogs, of course. And dogs. They're not the primary decision maker, but their decision influences. What do you say? Dogs are paying. We're still trying to figure out how to make them pay. The little bastards. One day they will pay. Trust me, one day they'll pay. Yeah. But for now, it's the owners, sadly, because we need human money. Well, that's a spin-off. I'm not really a cat person, so... Sorry? Rats? Well, actually, that's a good idea, because then it can keep the dogs and the cats happy. So we can... That could be a good way of entertaining the dogs and the cats, keeping them out of trouble. Yeah, it comes with a free rat. Yeah, and for a premium, it's still alive. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Anything else? Right, thank you very much indeed. Come on, Armani.
That was Airbnb. Next idea is up.
All right, raise your hands. Who wants to make a little bit more money? Well, a lot more money. Okay. Let's go with a lot. Okay, I can help those of you who who raised your hands, and I can help those who didn't. Those who don't want to make any extra money probably have some jobs they don't want to do, right? Like I don't know, clean your garden or something. Or maybe you need help when you're moving. You have a couch, you're moving to a flat on third floor. It's pretty hard to get that up there alone. So you can post a job on my web application. I need, at Friday evening, 5 o'clock, I need someone to help with a minivan to help and take my couch, bring it to my new flat, and carry it upstairs. So then, those who raised their hands, you can apply for these jobs. Up to 5 people, paying very small fee, like 20 cents. And then you have an opportunity to make extra money in your free time. Who would like to do that? Like, use your free time and make a couple €100 a month. I would like to do that. All right. Any questions? Yes, I really do know TaskRabbit. How are we different? Actually, I know a little bit more than TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is one, and they take 20% of what you make. Let's say you make $100 because it's America. You make $100 on this whatever job you're doing. They take 20%. That's a lot of money. If you do it through my application, you pay 20 cents to apply. So it's different than like $20 or 20 cents, a little bit different, right? And plus, I took the application model from Thumbtack, which is another great application you would like to check out probably. Basically, only up to 5 people can apply for this job. And then the one who posted can choose the best one because of ratings and whatnot. You can choose, oh, this guy is experienced in carrying stupid couches, and yeah, pay to this guy.
So you're marketing
We're using the microphone for the recording only.
So your competitive advantage is price, and how the second part is how you're going to beat the chicken egg problem. If I want to lift my couch, I go where there are potentially someone who's going to lift it.
All right.
Careful.
Yes. My competitive advantage, well, it's quite good because here we don't have TaskRabbit. It's only in US. Here we have what? SS? No. You cannot find small jobs to do in your free time in your local, like, I don't know, 5 kilometers from where you live. No, you cannot do that, like, or it will be pretty hard. You can try Facebook, but that will only limit you to your friends and colleagues and whatnot. And chances are they don't have the Friday 5 o'clock free. But in my application, you can get motivated people who want to help you, who say, okay, I have this time free and I want to help you. You can even get many of them, like 5. You can get 5 of these people and choose the best. So competitive advantage, well, I don't have competitors. And yeah.
Don't compare yourself with the TaskRabbit, I would say.
All right. Usually I don't.
Advantage is local, being local.
Exactly, being local. And actually for those who want to make money, they can add some filters. Let's say on Monday he knows that on Friday he will have 2 hours off. He can add filters, okay, Friday 5 to 7, only jobs that are within 2 kilometers of my apartment from where I live, and jobs that are 25 euros up. So he can set these filters in, and when a job that matches these pops up, he gets it.
Yep. Questions?
Have you thought about any issues with government who fights with grey economy? So you kind of, I guess you don't pay any tax in this.
Actually, that would be one of our biggest problems. But the thing is, government currently in Latvia do not regulate these things. We would work with government closely to develop a system where they could actually pay taxes from this. We would pay taxes. We would advise people who use our application to pay taxes, but we cannot control that because the system is actually a little bit stupid. It doesn't regulate these things. So we would actually help them to develop this system.
So do you believe that you will fit in 20 cents and pay taxes and work with government together?
Okay. You probably didn't hear what I said. Okay, 20 cents. How many people apply for one job? That's a question. 5. 5 people apply for one job. That is 5 times 20 cents. Because everyone who applies pays 20 cents. And so you have 20... So I get 1 euro for... I get 1 euro for each job that happens in Riga, Jelgava, Ventspils, Liepāja, basically all Latvia. For now, of course, I want to go behind the borders, but for now, I get 1 euro for every job. That's pretty good. And if the job is, let's say, it pays 100 euros up, you have to pay a little bit more than 20 cents. You have to pay, let's say, 2 inside currency, 2 coins.
So that's a really tricky game mechanics and your wishful thinking.
Oh, it's not tricky. Sorry?
You think that that's going to work? If I apply for 5 jobs, I have paid the euro, right?
Yes, and you probably will get 1.
Well, I'm competing in everyone with 5.
Yes, true, true.
So if I'm just a poor guy who doesn't have any positive review,
There's more question.
faking review.
At start, every month. Do I really need to use this?
It's for the recording.
Oh, okay, for the recording. At start, at every month, of course, not in the same date because that would be stupid, but let's say you register at 20th December. Every month, at 20th date, you will get 5 coins for free in your account, which means that you can apply for 5 jobs for free. Let's say you apply for 5 jobs, you get 1 job, you make 20 euros. Now you have money to invest back and to apply for more jobs. Well,
Let's raise the hands if you have the questions. So there's a question here.
So your strength is being local. What local are we talking about? Local Latvia?
local would be actually our marketing campaign would be very localized. First would be Riga.
No, like country. So like, is it Riga? Is it Latvia? Is it Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, whatever? It's a simple
We would
question.
start in Latvia. for
Okay,
sure.
so imagine how many of these things could be in Latvia. Like if you have perfect case scenario, 5 people apply per every project. To make 100,000 euros, you would need 100,000 projects per year. Now that is probably more than SSLV has ads of every kind of people selling in like the whole of Latvia. So in the end, what it sounds like, it's not only the people who want to use your product that make little money. It is you who makes very little money because after taxes you can probably maybe pay 5 people to like hire 5 people for your big company that you want to make.
I also want to ask how to name your project.
Now it's called Darbarīgs, but I want to change that. Okay, that would be, to answer your question, please listen, dude. If you ask the question, please listen. Okay, let's say 3,000 people use €5 because you can buy a premium account and some extra coins. 3,000 people use €5 a month because I assume that there would be people who want to make a little bit of money extra every month, or some people would even live off of that. They pay €5 a month. 3,000 people, that's 15,000 euros a month. That is times 12, right? So that makes a little bit more. I can prove you that. Okay, anyways, that is actually small amounts. Where I would get jobs, my marketing campaign would be aimed at people who post jobs, because if there would be jobs to do, people would apply to do them. People would apply and make some money. So I would have to advertise for those who want to put in jobs. My target audience, my main target audience, actually would be housewives that need to put the lamp on, because they can't do that. It's actually, when you do the math, it's not that small of money. Yes.
It's a cultural.
Sorry?
It's a cultural issue. I've been living in this country for 15 years. I never lift a sofa. Never. I mean, everyone is complaining I'm doing nothing. And somehow it's done. For 15 years, it's done. So I'm not sure that from a cultural point of view, people are used to go out there and ask for help, rather than their uncles, their grandmother, their grandfather, whatever, grandchildren. How are you going to deal with that?
How am I going to deal with that? Usually, the target audience that would post these jobs would be someone who has a little bit money, right? Let's say these housewives that their husbands work all day long. The thing is, they don't have time. These husbands, they don't want to do this. They don't have time. They have enough money. They can't pay for it. These housewives don't know how to do that. They need someone to help that. But can you please repeat your question? I didn't understand fully.
Yes, I live in a house. So
yes.
Management company.
Yes.
And like you say, my housewife, yes, what she does, she's calling the management company, and they do all the job. So people, I mean, the culture of getting help from a foreigner, someone that's a stranger, that they don't know, I'm not sure that you have it here in this country. I don't think so. I think this is going to be the main obstacle to change this way of thinking.
Okay.
And for small things. If you want to change way of thinking, big thing, fine. Small things, I'm not sure it works.
Just be persistent, it's fine.
Or stubborn, right?
Okay, let's wrap it up. Thank you. So I called it Darbarīgs. You should definitely work on the name. Any other idea? Last chance. Okay, the last idea. You have 2 minutes.
My name is Juris. I'm from a bunch of sport enthusiasts called Global Pro Alien Playgrounds. And our plan is to make the world's biggest sport playground called Skill Pig. So, what is pig? It's the same old game called horse. It's like when somebody does the trick, the other one has to do the same trick. If he fails, he gets a letter. He gets a full name pig, he's out. Maybe some of you know that it can be played in anything, in snowboard, skateboarding, pogo sticks, yo-yos, basketball, football, it doesn't matter. So it means that, and now we are like, our plan is to bring this game online. So it means that every every athlete on the road would be able to play this game online. So he will be able to compete from Latvia with Spain, with America, Japan, doesn't matter. So, and why to do that? Because it's so easy to play this game. Everybody knows the rules, and you can do it anytime, anywhere, and for free. And not even for free. Our plan is to get some prizes into this, so the athletes could win the prizes from like world famous brands. And there are brands who are willing to cooperate with us. They are ready to give the prizes, to pay for the competitions, so everything could happen. And our biggest advantage in all this is that the market needs this. There's nothing similar to collect all the sports in one place, to make this all big sport playground, because there is like Red Bull Skate Arcade, which is only skateboard, but we are willing to collect all the sports. And we have talked with many opinion leaders, as you called, in this sport, like Madar Sapse from Element Skateboarding, Nils Janssons, Maris Lezinš. They're all well-known athletes in this industry, and they say, just do it, you have to do it. And so that's our plan.
Okay. Questions? So, how many of you understood the idea? Because there are no questions, you probably didn't understand it. How should we name this project?
It's called
Skillpig. Okay, and what was the problem it's solving? It was some sort of game, but like what?
If you are like living in Russia somewhere deep and you're like rollerblading somewhere, like doing some tricks, but nobody sees you. Now is the chance, just download the app and you can compete with all the world and get some respect, some prizes, just to become a pro. No, it's not virtual, you are actually doing the trick, you're just filming it, it allows you to film one time, and the others are saying you landed it or not.
So how you will measure who wins? That was a first question. I have another, and the second, I think Nike does something like this for running. I think you can.
For running, it will be like you just run with the endomondos some distance, how fast you can. It's something different. Now you just have to do the trick. You have to film it. Otherwise, others have to rate it. If you land it, it's good. If not, not. It's the most classic game in action sports.
I'm pretty sure that there exists some group in Facebook with kind of interest involve some people. So why don't just post some video in this group, and why people should use your application or your website?
So the question was why they have to use it, or
Yeah, why would they use your
yeah, it's well, Facebook. It's like you are chatting and watching the pictures and everything. You are just looking at them, but now you are just putting your effort in something useful. Like if you land the trick, you can earn the prize at the end of the competition. You get the prize from like Burton, from DC, from anyone.
Okay, next question.
Okay. And so if it's not live stream, how can you be sure that the people is not cheating, like using special effects or things like that?
App allows you to film just one time. If you press record, then it just starts to record, and when the video ends, then it ends.
You can have strings, for example, or you have to have a judge in front of you every time you are doing a trick.
Yeah, sure. It's like when you are running a restaurant, it can be naked man running into it. It's just like there is no way you can cheat in this game. Like I don't know, maybe with some. Yeah, maybe if somebody wants to do that, just let him to do that. He's making so much effort for this, so. Yeah, sure, but that's why there will be like 24 online support who will watch. if the rest of the guys says it's wrong or just complaining for something, then admin just looks at video and everyone who is in the sport, he can tell the difference if somebody is in the strings or something like that. It's nothing like unpredictable.
Okay, I guess let's wrap it up, right? So this was Skill Pig. Big round of applause. And let me go through the ideas quickly. So the first one was Holy Buttons, presented by you. Okay. Then was Super Trooper Assistant by Varis, I think. I'm missing one. I think I deleted. No. There was okay. AirD&D, TaskRabbit, SkillPig. I accidentally deleted your, but it's not a big. no. That's the Big Brother. Yes, and the Big Brother is watching you. So let's vote. Who is voting for Holy Buttons? You can only vote once. So choose which idea you like the most and vote for it. So who is voting for Holy Buttons? Please raise your hand. One person, two. You yourself? No? You want to vote for somebody else? That's a good choice. So 2 people. Can I ask somebody from staff to help me track the count? Then Super Trooper Assistant by Varis. Who's voting for that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Whoa! That was 5. That was 5, definitely. Okay, then was AirD&D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 people. Great. Then was Darbarix, or the tool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. TaskRabbit. Who's voting TaskRabbit? No? Okay, this time 0. SkillPig? 1. That's a good one. Then the last one, Big Brother's watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. All right, I guess we can call it, we know who's the winner. And the winner is AirD&D.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, thanks everyone for coming. Drink the rest of the beer.